figure it out. I severely doubt it. So maybe they can, but I just don't see it. Caleb Williams, I certainly think has not justified the number 1 overall pick yet. I think Drake Maye looks like he could be it. I think Jayden Daniels proved to be the best guy in the class already. He's gone through.
You're wrong.
He was in pretty much the same situation as Drake Maye. I'll give you a better coaching staff, and he had Terry McLaurin. But tell me something that the Patriots roster didn't have a chance to do, with the way we saw both these teams going in, is that they were both going to be bottom 3 teams. Jayden Daniels made the NFC Championship. Drake Maye finished with one of the worst records in the NFL. Jayden Daniels was obviously more pro-ready. I know we're talking
Dan Quinn versus what's his name, the linebacker,
Maye.
Yeah, it's just a completely different situation there. And talent-wise alone, I would, in a redraft, I'm taking Drake Maye 1-1. I think it would be Drake Maye, Jayden Daniels, and then Caleb Williams. That would be the redraft. I don't want to keep hearing about last year and the Commanders, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it.
Well, it's something that happened. It's like you can't just ignore it.
What happened? You get better or you get worse? What's going on now? They look worse.
Okay, Joey.
They're banged up.
Stats, Joey, when Dak had his MVP year and then went back the next year and didn't do jack with it, now we're sitting here talking about MVP again. But you want to talk about back then and you want to talk about now, and now we're talking about Drake Maye, and you're like, I don't want to hear about Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels had Terry McLaurin,
the best rookie season of all time.
De'Ami Brown.
He had the best rookie season. He had the best. No, he had the best rookie season ever. CJ Stroud got boat raced by the Ravens, and I get that happened to Jayden Daniels, but Jayden Daniels beat this Buccaneers team playing aggressive. No, it's my turn. We're going. I'm gonna tell you why I bring this up. It's not like he just won those games. They went for it on 4th down with Jayden Daniels using his decision making or his legs with Cliff Kingsbury to convert. I think they went for it 19 times across the 3 games on 4th down, and their defense sucked. And that's why they stayed in all those games and they won. He converted more than 50% of those 4th downs in the Eagles game and in the Lions game. The only one he didn't was the Buccaneers game. And that's why I bring that up, because you cannot sit here and tell me you don't want to hear about that, because that is elite quarterback activity, is converting 4th downs with your legs.
Talking roster construction, though, we're ignoring that the Commanders had one of the oldest rosters in football last year. Sound like they're a bunch of rookies.
That sucks.
A bunch of young guys.
That sucks. All those dudes were cast away.
And they did that with the head coach. He's been to a Super Bowl before. Like, we're not like it was just the design of the team last year.
I'll say he had a better
chance. This year matters a lot, and that doesn't change my opinion. I would still take Drake Maye 1-1. I think Drake Maye is the better, has the higher percentage.
They're both better than Caleb, though, right?
I'm not gonna be like, oh, Jayden Daniels, he did this, so that makes him automatically better than what Drake Maye can be. I'm not gonna say that. That's
so
1 year.
My question is, so even if Drake Maye is a first round bust in the playoffs, you're still just like Drake Maye.
Give me the talent. That's what you're gonna say.
The reason Drake Maye didn't go 1-1 was people thought he was not ready. Like they said he was a roller version of Josh Allen, and look what he's doing now.
Drake Maye.
It was a dumb reason. It was a dumb reason not to take him 1-1.
I agree. He has the most upside. I mean, theoretically, Williams, because of his arm, has the most upside. Yeah. But we can see that, you need obviously other things like decision making to help you with that. I think Drake Maye is proving right now, which I've given him flowers for already today on the show, that he has proven that he's starting to develop and really impress with his decision making. But I want to see him go into the playoffs, go for it on 4th down 3 times against the Bills and beat them, or the Ravens, or, whoever else is going to be in there this year that's going to be,
probably
really competitive.
Need to do that. He'd be able to beat him without the 4th downs. That's kind of how he is.
But then he's not doing as much. He's not responsible for as much as the team's success. Going for it on 4th down and converting it is essentially a turnover. That's like getting a defensive turnover on offense. Jayden Daniels made 19 attempts at that last year.
Unsuccessful. Couldn't do it.
Jayden Daniels was injured, and I don't even want to hear that you think there was no chance for him to come back and win the game, even though he didn't have 3 of his top wide receivers.
I watched 2.5 quarters today of this guy, and I gotta say, I don't get the hype. He's not that great. He's really not that great. He had a
Yeah,
cakewalk.
they were in better situations than Maye last year. I agree. But going
He had a similar path last year that the Jalen Hurts had in 2023 Super Bowls. A similar type of path of just beating these hurt teams. It wasn't competitive. The Lions were trash that year.
The Buccaneers are not a joke team. We're seeing that right now.
They were fraudulent.
That team was the best matchup for the Philadelphia Eagles. They were the best team in the NFC. Dan will tell you, he was scared. He did not want to see that Buccaneers team. He's thanking the Commanders every night for the past 6 months that the Commanders beat that Buccaneers team. Because look at them now, even without some of their top players, they're still lethal. But you know who had the poise and composure to beat them and make the right plays and capitalize? Now, they did fumble, but you know what? He played a clean game, and they won because of it. They won because of how he affects the run game, how he affects the fourth downs, and I'm not going to just ignore that. We saw the 4 top teams in the NFC or in the NFL that remained last year all had the highest fourth down conversion percentages. That's not a joke. We know Patrick Mahomes is responsible for that. Josh Allen's responsible for that, and Jayden Daniels was responsible for that. So anyone who's willing to just ignore that and say, "Oh, he had a better situation than Drake Maye last year," okay, you're still skipping the part where he went all the way and had the best rookie season of all time. Non-negotiable, honestly. Tell me someone who had a better rookie season than Jayden Daniels. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't change about what you've done for me lately. It doesn't change that whole thing.
So we're doing recency bias.
That same thing. Like, what about C.J. Stroud? What about that rookie year? What about what he did with the Texans?
He couldn't do it.
An overall team. They were so bad. Yeah, they ran into they ran into a real matchup.
That's not the same. They scraped into the playoffs. The Commanders were 11-5. They almost missed the playoffs to Gardner Minshew's Colts, and they should have lost because Nyheim Hines or whoever the backup running back was dropped a pass on fourth down. And that's why they made it into the playoffs. The Commanders beat out the Packers last year, got a higher seed. They benefited from it. They versed the Buccaneers, and then they versed the Lions.
Say right here, right now, Jayden Daniels will never sniff another NFC Championship game.
Oh, I'm so glad we got that on record. I'm so glad we got that on record. All right.
You know why? You won't be playing a Detroit Lions team that's playing all third stringers on that defense.
So
just incompetence.
If he versus the Buccaneers, I'm confident in a fully healthy Commanders team as much as any other team to be clutch in the playoffs. Go for it on fourth down, do all that stuff. Having those mobile quarterbacks who make those sharp decisions, that's what makes a quarterback unstoppable. He's better at Dak than that. That's why I have him ahead of Dak, because he can extend plays with his legs better.
I care more about the quarterback stuff, and Dak's way better.
I mean, this year, right now, I'm taking Dak because Jayden Daniels has been getting injured. But I'm just saying, like, if it's like a fresh slate next year, that's